Hey, it's Lisa. I'm gonna make some bath bombs and wish me luck because it's raining today. Um, Sometimes they turn into bath blobs when it's raining, but my dry room is so dry that the dehumidifier isn't sucking any moisture out of the air. So the dry room is dry, dry, dry. So I made some yesterday and it was kind of really humid and they came out perfect. So I'm gonna try some today. Like I said, cross your fingers. Um, what we try to do here is to make our bath bomb mix and ahead of time. So I have several bags of this already made up. So I just gotta dump it in, add my wet, and the last thing you add is the citric acid. I don't know the reason, but it works. So if you're making them on your own, go ahead and mix it all up with the wet and get it going really good. And then at the very end, after it's all mixed, add your citric acid and mix it up really well. It works better that way. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm going to put in some color because these are Butt Naked. It's the name. Don't ask me what fragrance it is. I have no clue. That's the name on the bottle. Butt Naked. So they smell really good. I mean, they're like fruity and they're wonderful and they sell really, really well. But I don't know what it is. It's just Butt Naked. They're very popular. Very popular. So, it's going to get a little bit loud for just a few minutes. Sorry about that. See my little mini dust storm? Could you see that? Woo! Yeah, it puffs up. Okay, I dump in my wet and then I just kind of make sure that it's all off of the sides because a little bit will stick. Before I add any more color, I'm going to put this on the second, number 2. Don't go all the way to high. You'll have it everywhere. You'll be wearing it. Don't ask me how I know. As it's mixing, the color will actually come out a little better because now it's wet. So always wait. I don't add any more until I let it go for a little bit. And for some reason, I think Butt Naked is purple. I don't know why. I just think Butt Naked is purple. I'm kind of liking that. Can you see it in there? Yeah, you can see it. It's pretty cool. I don't want a dark purple. I like a light purple. It's really nice. We'll leave it at that. My citric acid. Last thing to go in. I'm going to get my gloves. I actually discounted my wet ingredients tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. Because, like I said, it's so damp and so wet outside and humid. And I don't want to take the chance of ruining a batch with all cracks and whatever. That looks wonderful. Let's see. You take it and you test it. Oh yeah, holds together just fine. We are good to go. We are going to make some bath bombs. I do this thing where I shake it because you don't want the dry, not wet stuff from the bottom to all of a sudden, be right there and you have nothing to mix it in with. So I do that. Look, they're pretty. And I'm going to make bath bombs and you will see how I do them. Here's the number 1 key thing. Do not do this. Do not put them in there and level it off. Don't do that. It won't work. Put them in there. Just gob it in there like that. Gob it in there. Second one, do the same thing. I know it seems weird to do it this way, but watch. You start to squish it together, a little twisty movement, and then really tight. Give it a tap. They come out perfect. And I put it on my real soft spongy thing. This is actually a mattress topper, one of those really soft mattress toppers. It was kind of expensive, but I cut it up to fit in my trays. It works great. You don't want flat bottoms. So you got to pile it up. Pile up the other one. Kind of squishy, squishy, squishy. Tight. Good and tight. Tap it. Perfect. I'll show you what happens if you level it off. Don't work. It don't work. Comes right out. You got to have enough in there because they're going to be compacted. If they're not compacted, they will fall apart. So you got to have enough in there to compact them together. And it, once you get the hang of it, goes pretty quick. Not does it go by really quick? It goes pretty quick, and I can make, what do I get? Usually about 20 of them out of my batch. And I can make like 20 of them in, well, I got timed one time. My husband did it, and he said it was 7 minutes. So, not bad. Pretty quick. I'm not going super fast right now because I want to show you. So I always say, do it fluffy. Do the other side fluffy. And then kind of squish them together. Twisty, twisty. Not twist. Just wiggle. Just a little wiggle. I know. I'm crazy. There it has. It's just like perfect. I'm not putting any decoration on them yet. When they dry, I'm going to do this thing where I squirt with, I use a really high percentage alcohol with a little coloring, and I kind of squirt it all over. So it's really a pretty design on top. I've been doing that lately instead of the other kind of little, they're just little, actually they're little candies that you would use on cupcakes. And it's only a couple little sprinkles that I put in here. They dissolve in bath water. But I'm not going to do that. I've been doing this other one lately, and they're so pretty. And I just can't get over how pretty it is, so that's what I've been doing instead. And I don't have to go to the store and get any of the little cupcake decorations, so because everything I have is right here. I still have some cupcake decorations. When I was putting them on there, I still have some. But I want to do it without, just because they look cool. And we are all about looking cool. Right? Right. Now I have another piece of this that actually has all these little, I don't know if you can see these, it's like a little cup. It's so much easier. These, where it's like a little poke, it's not hard, but it's pokey. It's hard to get them to sit just perfectly. They kind of roll a little bit. I like the other spot on it that's all cupped, so they sit right inside the little cups. And then this whole tray goes on one of those big bread tray rolling things. It has a lot of places to put trays on it. And I put them in there, and they're in my dry room. And man, that dry room is just awesome at the moment. Which means when I get done making bath bombs, I'll be making some more soap because it'll dry really fast. Faster than normal anyway. I mean, it's not going to dry overnight or anything, but faster than normal. So I'll have more soap ready for the Christmas shoppers. Yes, I said the C word. Christmas. Hey, I've had Christmas shoppers in already. It's coming. And I still have some Thanksgiving. Halloween. I still have some Halloween stuff out here. So I've got some Halloween bath bombs. I have some cauldrons and a few of the skulls. And then I have my Halloween soapy cupcakes. They are so pretty and they're so cool. And it's all soap. So, and you can cut those in half. You can use them with a scrubby. They're just soap. They look like a cupcake. They're awesome. Really cute for gifts. But gift them to yourself. I mean, come on, you deserve it. I tell people that all the time, and they're like, oh, I'm just in here to buy gifts. I'm like, and what about you? Don't you deserve a gift? Oh, well, yeah. I think I'll get myself something. Not that I'm trying to upsell, but you know, I think people do. They buy gifts for somebody else and they forget all about themselves. And, you know, you deserve to use the good stuff. Use the good stuff. Which, this handmade good stuff, so much better for your skin. I've had people tell me, my kids can use these bath bombs and it doesn't break them out and they don't itch and it's wonderful and my tub doesn't look horrible. Oh, look, I didn't get enough in there. And my tub has all this nasty stuff when I use those cheap bath bombs. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Don't use the cheap bath bombs. Don't get them from the dollar store. Walmart has the cheap ones too. See, you know, get the good ones. Enjoy your bath. I mean, mine aren't, I don't think they're too bad on price. There's some bath bombs out there that are homemade, handmade, and I'm sorry, I cannot sit in a tub long enough to justify an $8 bath bomb. I mean, it's just crazy. So my bath bombs are $2.45 a piece, which I think is just right. But, you know, that's me. You can pay for the more expensive ones if you want. I can jack up the price on you if you want. If you want to pay more, just let me know at the register and I'll put it in for more. No problem. I aim to please. Oh, don't roll. There we go. Might have enough for one more. And here's the thing. If I don't have enough for a full one, I'll leave that in there. And then I'll make my second batch, you know, with the same kind. And it uses it up. I might. It's hard to get the last little bit in the bottom. Let me see. It might not be tight enough. Oh, it is. It is. It is. Ta-da! All right. I'll move this so you can you see them? Aren't they cute? I'm going to make another batch and it'll fill the rest of this up. So, that's the bath bomb thing. Video. Let me know if you have any questions. Like where to buy the stuff, because sometimes it's hard to get some of the ingredients, but I can tell you where. Have a good day. Thanks.